welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. This is my Ficus petersii over a rock. I repotted it 2 months ago. I'll include that link in the description to the video for that. And after I repotted it, it sat out there bare for, it seemed like 2-3 weeks. I was starting to get a little worried about it. I was like, man, is this thing even going to recover? And then all of a sudden it just kind of exploded with growth here. And so I figured I'd bring it in. We're going to prune it. And I'm going to try my patience here and see if I can wire every branch, because I got a lot of branches on here. And they really do on, on almost all ficus, but on these they just kind of stick straight up. Alright, so you can probably see that I went through first and kind of got all the visible growing tips. Kind of taking off some of the bigger leaves now. I think as I wire it, I'll probably wind up knocking most of them off anyway. I don't really need to defoliate it, but... And then, noticed this before with this tree, in that whenever it chooses an apex, like this is really growing very strong. You can even see where, this side here, lots of ramification there and everything, growing a little bit stronger than this other side. But then right in the middle, it just kind of really pushes some growth. It'll pick one spot, so I am going to cut a few inches off of those branches there. Try to even it out a little bit more. And I think that's about all I'm going to do before I put any wire on it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I did forget to mention that this little stub was the branch that I was talking about in the other video. If you go back and watch the other video, I was worried that I might lose that. And actually, when I did notice that the rest of it was recovering, I kind of noticed that it was shriveling up just a little bit, and I went down there to just go check to see if it had any life left, and it just broke right off. I haven't done anything else with it. I was kind of wondering if it might get a bud there. I doubt it is now. And even then, that's all dead there. Yeah, I think that scar, it's not even that big of a scar there. I think the branch kind of has been technically dead for a while. Even though it was just kind of really dead, but just clinging on to a couple leaves there for a long time. So that should heal up just fine. Alright, so I put the heavy wire on there partially because I want to try to get, this branch still has a lot of flexibility in it, and I want to get it down quite a bit. And that worked pretty well. This one I don't really need it down much more, but I would like to go ahead and get it to move a little more. There we go. And then maybe move that tip just a bit. And maybe if I could get this one just to kind of bang just a little more there. Now I've got a smaller one, and again that's really fragile there. Wired with that smaller one. And take that one way down. And this one too. Now, let's see what that looks like there. Alright, so I turned the camera off there for a second so I could just kind of take a step back and look at it. Kind of forgot it was off, and I did wind up putting some extra wire out here. I mean this one, you know, I don't know, this was the two really long shoots that I pruned off there. That may take back over as the apex, or it might kind of come over here. This was trying to, but I think now that I have it kind of wired down a little bit, it won't anymore. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, there was a couple of these little small ones that I kind of did leave out. I would have liked to have had some on this one, but the more I kept looking at it, the more I was going to have to cross a bunch of wires to get there. But I think in the long run, it'll all work out. This tree does, I'm starting to like this a lot more. I'm glad that the cuttings take really well. I have a cutting I might repot. If I don't repot it in like a week, I'm definitely going to have to wait until probably next spring. I don't want to push my luck with the seasons or anything. You know, even though I do live in Florida, I still don't want to push my luck with it. And then I have, you know, the other one over another rock, and then I had that one over the skull too. Like the species a lot. Branches stayed nice and flexible. I do think this is going to turn out to be a really nice tree. Thanks for watching.